So now we'll continue where we stopped yesterday. We did not start with the elasticity of demand, stating that we'll start it today, making it a bit fresh topic for you guys. So now elasticity of demand, what it is, if we just go with the definition, elasticity generally refers to the relationship between two variables and measures the responsiveness to one dependent variable to a change in another independent variable. There are several types of there are several types which are useful to economists. Okay, so we are going to go through most all. Okay, so if we just see price elasticity of demand, percentage of change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. Now, when I say percentage change in quantity demanded, how do I get percentage change in quantity demanded? Any idea? Sorry? The price change? परसेंटेज चेंज इन क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड कैसा मालूम करते हैं? परसेंटेज चेंज इन क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड कैसे मालूम करते हैं? Just tell me, how do you find this numerator? How do you find the denominator? ये क्या हम लोग को गिवन रहता क्या हर बार? यार, I don't want you guys sounding so dumb right now. सपोज कोई बच्चे ये रिकॉर्डिंग देखेंगे तो बोलेंगे अरे ये तो इतना इजी है, कोई बोले ही नहीं क्लास में. अरे percentage change in quantity demanded, how do you find out? First you take down what is the opening quantity minus closing quantity. Okay, two type quantities are taken, opening minus closing or closing minus opening, whatever it is, difference between the quantity demanded. And then we will take the opening quantity demanded, जो पहले था उसका बेस लेंगे. Then we will get some percentage as answer. That will be becoming my percentage change in quantity demanded. Same goes with percentage change in price. पहले का प्राइस, अब का प्राइस divided by पहले का प्राइस. We get a percentage which has been changed. Okay, so we are finding out what is the difference between how it was and how it is now. Now it is critical that percentage or proportional change are used rather than absolute ones. That is, we need to use an क्योंकि ये exact change we cannot say, right? We are going to talk about percentages only, approximate stuff only. If a percentage change is negative, the minus sign is typically ignored. Anyhow, it is relatively less, relatively more. Relativity में ही है पूरी दुनिया. Okay. Suppose you are studying good. There will be people who study more better than you. Okay, much more better than you. And there will also be people who study much lesser, than you. You fit in somewhere in between, relatively more, relatively less. You're not the top, you're not the least. In fact, there's no top also. This world is revolving around relativity. So now we talk about the summary of price elasticity as given below. Relatively inelastic, unit elastic, relatively elastic. Can you guys understand? Tell me what is this? The price yes. बहुत ज्यादा चेंज होता बराबर सही है. अब यहाँ यही देखो, अगर सपोज प्राइस ऑफ टी, सॉल्ट, कॉफी, इसकी प्राइस अगर बढ़ रही है तो भी आप उतनी ही लेंगे जितनी आप पहले लेते थे, बस इट वोंट अफेक्ट यू दैट मच. तो डिमांड थोड़ा ज्यादा कुछ भी अफेक्ट नहीं हो रहा है, तो इट इज रिलेटिवली इनइलास्टिक. अगर वही 1 unit change is equals to a 1 unit change in the demand, that is unit elastic. But suppose if there is a short change in price, there is a huge change in the demand. थोड़ा सा एयर ट्रैवल का कॉस्ट कम हो गया, people will tend to go by air. या ज्यादा हो गया तो नहीं जाएंगे उससे. Okay. Now we have this particular question in front of us. What is this? Suppose we are currently selling a product at a price of $20 with a resulting demand of 500,000 units per annum. A marketing manager has suggested that dropping the price to 19 and claims that the demand will rise to 550,000. Okay. Can you guys answer this now? Take both into consideration. You have to put calculator as a answer this. प्राइस इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ डिमांड क्या है बताओ. आंसर इट. अभी अभी क्या बोला था मैं? There will be price at the starting, there will be price at the ending, and there will be demand at the starting, there will be demand at the ending. क्या 50,000? हाँ, दोनों का डिफरेंस 50,000 है, बट इज दैट द आंसर? अरे प्राइस इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ डिमांड, व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, देखो पहले बोलो न्यूमरेटर में क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड आता है या प्राइस आता है? हाँ, क्वांटिटी डिमांड क्या लिखे, फॉर्मूला लिखे, क्या है बताओ। फॉर्मूला जब मैं बता रहा था जब लिखे आप रनिंग नोट में आपके। व्हाई? ओके, परसेंटेज चेंज इन क्वांटिटी डिमांड डिवाइड बाय परसेंटेज चेंज इन प्राइस। अब 50,000 is the change in quantity demanded. How much is the percentage? 50,000 divided by 500,000. Quantity which was there at the first. Okay. 50,000 divided by 500,000. और यहाँ पे कितना रहेगा? 1 divided by 20. The difference. फिर इन दोनों को डिवाइड करना है। सॉरी, 10% और ओके। फिर ये 1/20 0.0, तो 5% it is. Percentage change in price is 5%. Percentage change in demand is 10%. So percentage change in demand, which is nothing but quantity divided by percentage in price, PED is equals to 2. Done? Rehan, you are done? If you are done, then just answer this then. बहुत सिंपल है ना ये तो। Answer. तो बहुत सिंपल है, देखो आंसर करो इसको। ओके, आई गेस एबल टू आंसर। अच्छा, बस बताओ क्या करें उसके साथ अब। अक्षा बताओ क्या करें आप। हाँ। ओके। है अभी कर दिए। अच्छा ठीक है, क्या है। 3000 से डिवाइड करें। ओके फाइन गुड। 5 को 55 से, ओके। अच्छा अभी कर रहे हैं अभी, ओके तो हो गया ना, बस परसेंटेज आना है। गुड। व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स ऑनलाइन। आगे ये टीईडी टोटल रेवेन्यू के ऊपर भी बेस हो रहा है। अगर प्राइस चेंज कर रहे हैं और टोटल रेवेन्यू बढ़ रहा है, then it is elastic. And if the revenue does not increase, elastic and inelastic, you'll be able to understand. Okay, factors that influence price elasticity of demand: proportion of income spent on the good. How much will the price and demand be changing? How it is going to be related to each other, basically. Where a good constitutes a small proportion of consumers' income spent, then the small price change will be unlikely to have much impact. Therefore, the demand of unimportant items such as shoe polish, matches, and pencils is likely to be very inelastic. Conversely, the demand of quality clothing will probably be elastic. Matlab, the necessities, the needs, it will be inelastic. Whereas those inferior goods or those goods which are demanded because of their wants, those will be elastic. Substitutes: the price and availability of substitutes. The much easier the price and availability of substitute is there, the much more elastic it is. Now it can be elastic towards, there are more changes, or there is less changes also based on their taste and preferences. If you want this only, then you want this only. Your demand will be inelastic. अगर सपोज कोई एक चीज आप खरीद रहे हो रेगुलरली, उसकी प्राइस थोड़ी चेंज हो गई, तो आप कोई दूसरी चीज खरीदोगे, तो आपकी प्राइस क्या होगी? दैट इज इलास्टिक. ओके, देन नेसेसिटीज इज लाइक, इसका तो डिमांड इनइलास्टिक ही रहेगा ना, चाहे कुछ भी चेंज हो जाओ, आप तो उतना ही खरीदेंगे, उतना ही, जैसे कि दूध दही शक्कर उतना ही खाओगे आप. ठीक है. वेराज हैबिट, अगर सपोज किसी की बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हैबिट है गुटखा खाने की या सिगरेट पीने की, तो चाहे जो हो जाए जिंदगी में, दे ये फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस टू इट, राइट? यस और नो? जैसे कि गुटखा खाने वाले लोग भी बहुत अजीब और बहुत बेहतर, क्या दिलचस्प होते हैं. वो लोग बात ही नहीं करते. कितना, वो लोग बात भी जब भी करते हैं जब वो बात की वैल्यू उनके गुटखे से ज्यादा है, तब वो बात करते हैं. वरना खाली खाली कोई ऐसे ही गुटखा थोड़ी थूकेंगे बात करने के लिए. मतलब वो सोचेंगे बात करूं या गुटखा खा लूं. गुटखा खा लूं. यानी बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, तो फिर वो थूकेंगे फिर बात करेंगे, वरना खाली खाली कर दिया. तो आदत लगना, आदत पे खर्च करना. अगर किसी को आदत लग गई, अब जैसे कि सिगरेट कभी एक जमाने में 1 रुपए की आती थी, आज शायद 20-25 रुपए की आ रही है. हाँ, कितने की आ रही है अभी? नहीं मालूम ना, ऐसा बोलो सर, नहीं मालूम. बहरहाल आ रही तकरीबन उतने की, 16, 17, 18. तो जब भी लोग खरीदते थे, अभी लोग खरीदते, दैट इज फाइन. इसमें एक अच्छा खासा एक जोक है कि एक आदमी बोलता है कि अगर तुम इतने वक्त तक सिगरेट नहीं पीते, कैलकुलेट कर करके कि बाय दिस टाइम तुम जब से सिगरेट पीना शुरू करे, 5 साल पहले या 10 साल पहले, जब से लेके अब तक, अगर तुम सिगरेट नहीं पीते और वो पैसे जमा कर लेते, तो आज तुम्हारे पास एक लग्जरी कार रहती. तो फिर वो सिगरेट पीने वाला थोड़ा सिगरेट बाजू करके बोलता है कि तुम पीते क्या सिगरेट? मैं बोलता नहीं, मैं तो नहीं पीता. तुम्हारी लग्जरी कार कहाँ है? विच कलर इज योर बुगाटी? विच कलर इज योर कार? तो the point here is there is a lot of against talks also with it. लेकिन habit, if that's a habit, you are going to spend it. Price is inelastic there. Okay. Then time, in the short term, consumers may be ignorant of possible alternative goods and they will buy whatever they can. But in the long run, the customer acquire great knowledge of the market and then buy from the right stuff. Okay. Then definition of market. Market is widely where a large number of goods are sold. Okay, a large number of goods are sold. अब जैसे कि देखो, मैं गया था ये you can go to buy things like for example a camera. You can buy a camera. From where will you buy a camera first of all? Hyderabad में Jagdish Market. Then Bajaj. Okay, Bajaj Electronics is a better place to get a camera. Yes, no doubt in it. You can get a better camera from there. Now, Bajaj Electronics or something like this is a market. Okay, that's a market. Um, whereas just going and buying it at a random Sony or this shop like that, तो वो क्या है market नहीं हो जाती. Market is a place where all brands are available. So Bajaj Electronics, something, Canva, what's that, Chroma, that's kind of a market there. Okay. So now, what a computer games manufacturer expect to see a higher low PED for its product? If the number of other computer games manufactured in the market would tend to increase the price elasticity of demand, they'll also tend, see, they want more sales base. That's it, nothing else. Proportion income spent on items, necessity, time, yes, sub examples which we were just talking about. Let's just move forward. The government of country C. Now, this country C ka jo test understanding hai, this is something which you guys have to do. You have to write down an answer for it. Explanatory answer for it. आप लिखेंगे और मैं देखूंगा अभी बाद में क्या कल ही देखूंगा. Tomorrow being a Thursday, I will check all your work. Now, cross elasticity of demand. Cross elasticity measures the sensitivity of demand for one good to changes of the price of another good. Okay, like for example, the price of petrol is changing. The demand of cars will change or not? Yes. So price change of one good changing the price of or changing the demand of another. Okay. So percentage in quantity demanded of good A divided by percentage change in price of good B. Okay. For example, suppose XCD of butter, okay, cross elasticity of demand of butter with respect to margarine is 1.5% or plus 1.5. The price of margarine falls by 6%. We can estimate that the demand for butter will decrease by 1.5 into 6%, and that is 9%. ये सब चीज आइटम्स है, हम लोग को इससे दूरी रहना चाहिए. अब समझने की बात यह है कि let us just go to a supply, but let me explain you. Like suppose the price of petrol, okay, the price of petrol is decreasing, then it will increase the sale of cars. Okay, but in most instances petrol price will increase. Now when petrol price is increasing, the sale of cars is decreasing, but the sale of second hand cars is increasing. That's a different market itself. But here, just see this. What is the percentage change in price, then percentage change of sale of cars? Quantity demanded of sale of cars. What is the relationship between them? In most cases, the demand for cars is going down. But what will surprise us is that the quantity of cars sold is increasing every year. Now you tell me, the price of petrol is increasing every year. Yes, price of petrol is also increasing, and this is also increasing. This can also be a cross elasticity of demand. We can say that the price is inelastic. ठीक है, क्योंकि लॉ ऑफ डिमांड क्या बोलता है, प्राइस बढ़ा तो सप्लाई सॉरी डिमांड कम होगा, और प्राइस कम हुआ तो डिमांड ज्यादा होगा. दिस इज लॉ ऑफ डिमांड, बट दिस नॉट ऑलवेज द लॉ ऑफ डिमांड इज राइट. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ एक्सेप्शंस आल्सो टू इट. यहीं पे बहुत सारे एक्सेप्शंस मिल जाएंगे आपको. ओके, now coming up towards the supply curve of the firm. A supply curve shows how many units producers would be willing to offer for sale at different prices over a given period of time. तो आपको अगर याद है कि डिमांड कर्व क्या होता है, डिमांड कर्व स्लोप्स फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राइट, whereas supply curve what happens, left to right, upwards. Okay, and बीच में एक पॉइंट पे मिलते हो लोग, उसको क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग. अरे वाह, कितने आए तुम्हारे फर्स्ट ईयर इकोनॉमिक्स में. इंप्रूवमेंट लिखे फिर. Okay, now conditions of supply, an upward shift of supply, downward shift of supply. Can you guys tell me what is upward shift of supply and downward shift of supply? Read it. अच्छा, खाली पढ़ो वो क्या है स्टार्टिंग से अब तक. Change in factors, then the price will move the supply curve itself. Okay, an upward shift of supply. This means that the cost of supply has increased. At existing prices, less will now be supplied, as shown on the upward sloping elastic supply curve. At price, which is P1, or sorry, P only here, the quantity supplied falls from quantity to quantity 1. As the supply curve is from supply 2 to supply 1. Matlab, how it is going to be supplied now. Now this results from what? Higher production cost. The cost of production may increase because the factors of production become expensive. Thus, conditions such as higher wage cost, higher input prices will lead to the cost being high. Then indirect taxes, the imposition of indirect tax such as VAT makes supply at existing prices less profitable. With indirect tax, the cost of production are raised and directly because the tax must be paid on each item sold. The profit margin is reduced, some varying amount as an indirect effect. Or basically, cost of the good also will go up. Yes or no? Whereas the downward shift of supply, technological innovation. Okay, suppose you are manufacturing something, and because of the use of technology, you will have to put in less input of your time and things will go on faster. So cost कम हो गया है यहाँ पे. A downward shift of supply, मतलब कि आपका cost of making that particular product or service has come down. Lower input prices, a reduction or abolition of indirect tax because there will be increased subsidies if you are using technology. Can you guys just make a note of this? You make a note of this and then I'll give a short break of 1 minute. Just make a note of this fast.